What's going on, guys? It's Jordan here, and after a long, I want to say 8, probably even 9 months, we have finally reached the dirty dozen of 2 Minute Tuesday videos. And I mean, it's crazy, it feels good. The first one must have been August 14, 15 or something, so yeah. Having said all of that, let's get into 2 Minute Tuesday episode 12. So today, I'm actually like bang in the middle of my exams. My first one is in 4 days, and I'm just sitting in my room right now, literally watching a lecture with my headphones on as I'm talking to you guys right now. So that's why I'm showing you gameplay instead of my face. But yeah, like today I kind of want to talk about imposter syndrome, if you haven't guessed from the title already. And what that is like, if you don't know what the imposter phenomenon is, it's kind of like feeling that you don't belong, almost insinuating that your achievements and success have come from luck or a fluke, or some sort of meeting a quota or something, instead of like actually believing in yourself. I don't want to say like that's exactly what I am, because I haven't I'm obviously not a doctor, but I've definitely sometimes, especially in a one of the top universities in the UK, full of a lot of rich white students, it's sometimes difficult to feel like I belong here. I'm almost thinking like, did I really get the grades? Do I really deserve to be here? And definitely in my first year, this was something that like plagued my thoughts. This whole thinking that I'm going to get exposed one day and maybe get like a low grade in the test and get kicked out because I don't really belong here. So as I'm sitting here now, like 3 years later, I'm kind of looking back on my experiences and how I came this far. And it's weird because every time I see people nowadays, I kind of have this superficial idea of success, like if I see a white student, it's like, oh, he must be rich. And if I see a black student, it's like, oh, he must be poor. And all of these silly like societal things that I guess were ingrained in me over the years. And I don't think I'm alone in saying this, but it's very much how society perceives things to be. And seeing these differences makes it so easy for you to feel like you don't belong here as someone who doesn't necessarily fit those quotas. So to kind of sum that up with the remaining like 2 minutes or whatever that I have, I guess the key difference between me now and me then was that now I see people as, I guess, people, Back then I'd kind of look at the differences like, oh, I'm black, he's not, so we must be different. Or, oh, I do engineering, he does history, he must be different, and things like that. And I'd kind of focus on these superficial differences that make them supposedly better than me, this whole like inferiority complex. But as I grow and develop, and as I expose myself to more and more people that supposedly belong where I don't, you start to realize that like people are just the same. Everyone's the same in some capacity. Obviously people are different, color, background, creed, religion, sexual orientation, things like that, but fundamentally people are people, and you deserve to be where you are just as much as the next person. Like looking back, I have no idea why I felt that way, even though my feelings are completely valid and it's completely true that like these things do exist. But especially now, one thing I notice is that there are so many people in like this university and in the world in general that are in positions that they feel like they deserve when they really, really don't. And looking at someone like who I was back then, who deserved to be here but didn't think it, like it's mad to think that you should feel bad about the things you've done because of like superficial built up ideologies, I suppose, of what is right and what is wrong. So I don't really know. Obviously I'm not a psychologist, I can't go into detail about this, but looking back at how I used to feel like I didn't belong, I didn't deserve to be here, compared to now, as I'm like sitting here revising for my exams, it really gets you thinking about the differences between then and there. And I don't know, like I can go on for a while about how reflecting is good, but I guess that will come in another video. So yeah, that's going to be it for me today. I think that's about 5 minutes worth, so hopefully that's enough for you guys. Episode 5 of the flip challenge will be out in the next 5 or 6 days. After my first exam, I'll like sit down and get some editing going, but as of right now, that's going to be all of it, everything done. So yeah, don't forget to like if you enjoyed, subscribe, blah de blah, hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, and enjoy your summers. Peace out.